Welcome back, everybody. Let's talk about the intersection of two planes. And the intersection of two planes, you have to locate 2 points on one of the edges of the plane and project to the front view first. And the piercing point is where this line crosses the previous edge. Draw a line that connects this point. And given these 2 planes, and now how we're going to intersect them is very much based on how we're going to project them to the front view. So now with this 2 point here, you're going to project them down, project this down, and then you're going to create this 2 line. You can create this line here, and then this line here. So your piercing point is simply where they intersect with this plane. So here and here, that's 1 piercing point, 2 piercing point. With the 2 piercing point, simply connect this line, and this is the intersection of 2 planes. So that's pretty straightforward. Now let's go to the next one to learn how to find the intersection of cylinder and plane surface by line projection. So to determine the intersection of cylinder and a plane surface, given this AB, top view and the bottom view, and the first thing you would do is to divide them into 12 equal angles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give them 1 angle, 2 angle. Total 12 equal spaces angles, equal angles. So then you would transfer. So as you can see, this point here, this 2 point, you would just project this line here and project this line here to get this and create this 2 line here. So you're gonna this line here. First you would let's do it one at a time. This line here is the same as this line here. To create this line, you would this intersection here and this intersection here is the same distance as this intersection and this intersection. So if you project this line here, you get this intersection. If you project this line down here, you get this intersection. You do the same thing, project this down to create another 12 equal space angles. 12 equal angles. Once you established all these equal angles, now you're gonna project this intersection point here down to get 1 point. Do the same thing, project this down here to get another point. Do the same thing for the rest of the angles to establish all this point here. So once all these points are established, now you can see, you can just draw that intersection plane, and that's the intersection of the cylinder and the plane surface. This is your plane surface, and this is your cylinder intersect to the plane. So yeah, now we're going to go on to the next good example, how to find the intersection of the sphere and a plane surface. So first thing you would do is to determine the H view first. You're going to have to create the H view by getting it from this distance equal to this distance, and this distance here equal to that distance here to establish this H view. And then this intersection point this distance here is equal to this distance here to get the center line of the circle. And then you're going to use your protractor, your compass to draw a circle. After you finish a circle, then you're going to have to divide this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. Once the 6 spaces created, now you're going to project them to here, one at a time. Project this over here, and before you even project this line to the front view, to the top view, you would all these 6 equal spaces, and now you're going to draw a perpendicular line to this center line to get the diameter of the circle 1, diameter of the circle 2, diameter of the circle 3, diameter of the circle 4, diameter of the circle 5, diameter of the circle 6. Transfer them onto your top view. Then you create all this circle. Once all the circles are established, and you're going to have to project all these equal spaces here, and all this point here intersect with this point, and same thing this point, when you project them over here to your circle 1, intersect here and intersect here, and continue on to get all this intersection point. For the 2, you're gonna, oops, let me go back. Let's go back. So now we're gonna, once you draw all that, establish all this point, and now you can connect all this dot. And now you're not quite done yet. Now you're gonna have to do the same thing. Project this down here. Same thing, this line here is the same line as you would just project this down, intersect with the plane, project this down, intersect with the plane, and draw this line here. Same thing, all this line here, project this down and intersect with this plane here, and draw all this sliding cutting line there. And then once you finish with all this line, you're gonna have to continue on with this intersection point, project them down and intersect with this line. Same thing, project them down into intersect with this line, and do the same thing continuously going down, get all this intersection point, and now you can connect this point with your irregular curve. And that's how you determine the intersection of the sphere. And to find the intersection of the 2 prisms, we have 2 ways to determine them. The first way is given the top view and the right side view and also the front view. Now we want to establish all this intersection of these 2 prisms. So this is your 45 degrees projection line, and you would project this point C from here going to here to get the point C. Same thing to get the point C here, C from here, and C from here will get you this point. And your point is to get all this A pi, B pi, C pi, and X. To get this X point, you have this X go up, go down, going this way to get this intersection point here. So 1, 2, and get this intersection. And then continue on and get the rest of the intersection point. And then you would just connect them with dot because you won't be able to see it. Method 2, the same way, and x is very hard to find. To find this x, simply, first thing you would do, project this line down here, but you don't know where the x is, but you know this x is going to go to y. So this line C is going to go straight to X. So you would draw the line C going through the X to get this intersection point. So this line here going straight intersect here to get the point X. That's good. Okay, this is how you find the intersection of 2 points. Now we're going to continue on with bearing, slope, and grade in my next video.